All right, what you see in front of you is the Volant Performance cold air intake system for my 2.7 Bronco. I'm really excited about this one. Been nervous about it too, but this has been one of the modifications that I've been wanting to do since day one. I always do kind of the drop-in filters, but this will be the first ever cold air intake system that I have personally installed on any of my vehicles. So this is a big moment for me. Won't you join me? Roll the intro. Easy enough. Y'all, I am sorry. You know I get a little dramatic and a little excited. But let's go ahead, let's do an unboxing. Let's take a look at what we got inside this pretty blue box. And then let's get this video started. Actually, it's already started. Let's get the install started. We got to uninstall it first. You get what I'm saying. All right, let's take a look at what we got. Instructions. Got the box. Looks like there's kind of a film on there. We'll have to take this off to get everything out that's in the inside. That's it. All right, so step one of the uninstall is we got to remove this sensor, this electronic switch right here. Now I can't get my thumb back behind there very easily. So if you've already got your pry tool, which we're gonna need, you just stick it back there. Comes off super easy. Step number one, check. Step two, see that bolt back there? Just gonna remove it. Step three, see this harness here? I call this a Christmas tree. We're just going to use our trim tool. Get behind that bad boy right there. You know what? Broke the tab. Not even gonna hide it from you. But the good thing is that's getting replaced. All right, for step four, let's try to be a little more careful when removing this trim piece. Yay, didn't break. Make sure we save that. Step five, this clamp. We're gonna loosen it. No need to take it all the way off. Followed by step six, it's the clamp on the same piece, it's just a smaller clamp on the back side. It's running down to the turbo. Again, no need to take it all the way off, just loosen it. All right, instructions say this thing is ready to come out already. Just hard for me to believe. So let's give it a try. All right, I'm already seeing just two things. This is connected here. It's also connected down here, so we need to remove those. Those aren't in the instructions, but definitely got to have those removed before you pull this thing up. All right, once you have those two extra clips off, comes right out. All right, now that the factory intake is uninstalled, so the last step for the uninstall is to carefully remove the sensor. It says to turn it counterclockwise and slowly pull it out. There you go. All right, starting with the installation, the first thing is to install the filter bulb sim trim into the air box. There we go. Step 2, install the rubber grommet into the duct. There we go. All right, the next step says to remove the O-ring from the temperature sensor. Not really sure why, but I am going to follow the directions. Then number 4 is to install the temperature sensor. Install the temperature sensor to the air duct by fitting it through the rubber grommet. Make sure the sensor is oriented as shown. You see inside of it. Next step is to install the bracket into the pre-drilled hole on the back. I'm only going to do it loosely for now. It says to tighten it, but since it's got movement, we don't know where it's going to have to go, so I'm just going to hand tighten for now. Step 6 is fit the air duct in through the trim. It's going to be fun. Huh. Actually wasn't that bad. Okay, now I know why they want you to tighten it before, because when you put the filter in, it's going to be almost impossible to tighten it. All right, step 7 is to install the filter. One thing I noticed is you kind of have to pull the tube out a little bit to get it into place. And then you've got to tighten. All right, once a clamp is on there good and tight, move on to the next step. All right, now we just got to do everything in reverse. All right, once that's installed, we're going to take the bolt that it came with and reinstall it. And the supplied Christmas tree clip. Oh, I've been waiting for this part. Nice. All right, so according to the instructions, we are done. The only thing I don't love about this system, or at least during the installation, is now I have these wires that are just loose. Now I'm gonna zip tie them together. I'm gonna make sure I get them out of the way where they're not really moving around. I wish there would have been a little harness right here, just like the factory. It just would have been nice. And I did read that some people were talking about they wish they wouldn't have had to drill holes. And I didn't have to drill any holes, but maybe that's what they're talking about. Maybe they drilled a hole for this and this and this down here. I don't know. I'm not going to do that. I'm not drilling holes into the airbox. I want it to be as secure as possible. The only other thing I wish that the instructions would have been a little more clear on is when putting this seal on, I wish they would have said, make sure to keep the seal down. Now, I'm a little OCD when it comes to this, so I'm probably going to take this off and rotate that so it's pointing down, because for one, I just don't like the way it looks right there, that seal. But also I'm concerned about water dripping in there. It shouldn't, but if it does, it just would bother me. So I am going to be rotating that to where it is pointing straight down. But other than that, let's do a little before and after sounds. Obviously, it's not gonna, the phone recording isn't gonna do as well, even with the microphones that I'm using. But let's see if we can hear a difference. One other thing, it says to remove the negative from the battery so it resets the memory. So just gonna do that. right, so I want to test this thing out. I want to see if I can feel any difference, see if there's any pickup. I'm hoping that it gets rid of that little bit of lag. That was kind of one of the things that I didn't love about the Bronco was the lag that was in it. So now I've done an exhaust and now I've got the cold air intake. Let's see what this is all about. All right, here we go. Oh, it does. Definitely feel a difference in that. I mean, there was hardly any lag at all on that. And normally when I step on it, there's like a slight delay and I didn't feel it at all. I'm actually surprised. Did not think it was going to be that drastic. Let's see if we can test this again. It definitely made an impact. Hey, pretty happy with it. Let's get back to the house and do a final review. Wrap this video up. All right, so there's the video. There's the unboxing, the install, and even a little bit of a test drive. Now, I went with that Power Core filter because it's supposed to be pretty much a lifetime filter. You never have to replace it. You don't have to clean it. It's supposed to have the most ultimate filtration on it. So whether if you're on-road, off-road, that's like the Mac Daddy of all filters. Now, if you go to their website, here I'll show you, they've got kind of 3 different kinds of filters, and you obviously want to pick which one is best for you. The reason, again, that I went with this particular filter was because I like the maintenance free. I'm not going to be doing a ton of off-roading, but it'll be nice that that's there, that I'm not having to worry about it. Now, it also, when you are off-roading, it comes with one of these little off-road silk screens that you can put over the filter to help keep it clean that way as well. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Cool little installation. Didn't take long at all. It was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Now, it didn't replace all the tubing that I have seen some other intake systems do, but so far I'm happy. Obviously, I haven't driven it a lot yet, but I'll do an updated video later on and let you know how it's performing, see if there's any mileage, MPGs that have improved or not. But if you found the video informative, give it a thumbs up, like it, subscribe to the channel. Again, I've got over 30 different types of videos just on the Bronco of different accessories, modifications that I've done to it. So I'm sure you can find something there. But until next time, catch you on the flip side.